just want to give you a quick vantage point from our back porch here. I'm going to go out there in just a few minutes as soon as the wind calms down a little bit. I've got some footage I took a little earlier I might splice in. But there's the greenhouse from the back door. It looks pretty good, I think, from here. Let's hope it holds together in the wind. Okay, as usual, I'm probably dealing with a ton of wind noise here. It was very, very, very windy earlier. So windy, in fact, that this kind of bulged up a little bit. It's okay yesterday, so I'm going to see maybe if I have another clip or something. I don't know, maybe I'm going to use some aluminum tape, since this is aluminum. Maybe kind of go over the edge, and any of these will come up. Maybe I'll just tape the edges, possibly. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, so Harris is going in there to water his plant, of course, and more wind noise. The problem I've got, well, actually he's watering Maddie's plants. The problem I've got with this is, yes, it did withstand some 30-mile-per-hour winds today, which is very nice, but I do have some areas here that are bulging up just a tad bit, and yeah, that's good. That's good that we got it before major storms. These are the types of clips that are holding in the little side pieces and the tops and the doors. And we got this problem here. The door, they fit fine, they move where they're supposed to, but it doesn't close all the way. And with the screws up here, I don't know if that's possible. There would always be just a little gap in there. But we've got an east wind, so it's not going to be like a north wind blowing during the winter. And what I did find, though, is the baby can just come in here and push on the door and open it and walk right in. And it gets pretty hot in there, so I'm going to get some kind of latch. Maybe I'll go to Lowe's and find a latch. But I did have these open, these little vents today, because I came out here during lunch about 2 o'clock or so, and it was really, really, really hot. It did get to 90 degrees today, though, so that's understandable. Harris brought out a cactus. Well, he has a whole bunch of cactus planted, 6 of them actually. That one cactus sprouted. I'm doing it. Maddie brought out her zucchini. We've got plenty more seeds of that, so if this experiment doesn't go well with the temperature and everything here, she is going to replant. But I wanted something out here that was going to kind of test the conditions. I need to get a thermometer out here, maybe one of those remote thermometers, so I can just kind of test what the temperature is going to be like throughout the day. I have brought a marigold out. This is an heirloom marigold, and I've also planted some watermelon seeds. I don't know what kind of watermelon for sure. We grew 2 kinds in the garden last year. One of them was a Moon and Stars, and the other was just a personal-sized little tiny basketball. Well, even smaller than a basketball, actually. Maybe volleyball and smaller. Is how big they were. I don't know what seeds or which plant I was eating necessarily, which watermelon. So in that cup right there, I may end up with Moon and Stars. I may end up with personal watermelons, personal size watermelons. I may end up with a mixture, like a little baby Moon and Stars. Okay. Let's see. There's Harris out there. Ha. Anyway, this is the greenhouse. Goes back together pretty well. You know, there were some little banged up corners. No big deal. No big deal. I think everything's okay. All right, that's it from here. I've got some footage that I'm gonna splice in from a little bit earlier when I was out here, when it was a little too windy. Maybe cut the sound. I took some pictures of the peach tree a little while ago. Did a little video on that and got some bees. So let's see if I can splice that in, and we'll see how that goes. I think. So over the next couple of days, I'm going to try to bring up the some of the plants, depending on how those zucchinis do and how the marigolds do. Some of those plants that I've got down in the basement right now on that little greenhouse shelf, and then I'm going to put that shelf in the greenhouse, and then work later during the year on maybe building some shelves or buying some. Quick update on everything else. Here's the radishes. They're doing pretty darn good, and I apologize if you can't hear me too well. More asparagus there. There's a little asparagus that's decided to come up and branch out. And the thing I'm most excited about, but I probably shouldn't be, because my hopes get dashed very easily around here when it comes to this, but the peach tree is blooming very nicely. It was covered with bees yesterday, which gives me hope that there will be some peaches, but I have to worry about, oh, there's a bee right there. I have to worry about something that happens the last couple of years here, and that is around the end of April or beginning of May we get a snow, and that tends to freeze off the blooms. So anyway, there's the update, and from here there is the back of the greenhouse. I'm going to work on trying to get another clip over there. I can see that plastic moving in and out, so I'm a little nervous. We'll have to wait for our first big thunderstorm to really find out if things are going to get bad or not. So anyway, the community garden plot meeting was a good meeting. Basically, they went over what kind of tools they had available for us, when those tools were available for us to use, mostly on Saturdays. And if we happen to see one of the board leaders of the community garden there during the week, we can certainly ask them to use any of the materials that they have available for us. They talked about we have to make sure that we have prepared our plants with fungicide if we happen to notice any kind of fungus outbreak, pesticides. Hopefully, they did stress that more people are starting to use organic, so that's good. Personally, I've had problems with aphids and things like that in the past, so what I've done is I've used ladybugs. Yeah, this is loud. This is great. Okay, I've used ladybugs in the past, which have worked really well, and about the same time I bought the ladybugs, things like lacewings just happened to come around. So, you know, I could have waited and used the lacewings probably, more than likely. But anyway, that's basically what they talked about. We have to be done by November 1st. That's when they come in and they plow everything down under, mow it, then they plow it. So I have got from now until October 31st to do whatever I want, as long as I don't infringe on any gardens next to me. They said we can even plant corn, which is good because I bought corn. It sometimes shades other gardens. I'm kind of going down the middle though, so it shouldn't bother anybody else too badly. That's about it. Pretty good meeting, and didn't take very long. Yeah, they had an extension agent out there with some details, and I've got a phone number now that I can call here, and there's an automated message of what the soil temperature is like, about maybe a quarter of a mile from the garden itself, what the rainfall is, the wind speed, and all of that. So it's good. For now, I'll let you guys go. I am going to go look at a solution for this, because I am not liking that, even though it is clipped down all the way up to the top. This thing is moving. The plastic is moving quite a bit. Just a little nervous that this might be the only day I actually get to use my greenhouse for anything like growing plants. But anyway, take care everybody, and hope to see some of your videos really soon. Thanks. Bye.